Disclaimer. The wind howled on the edge of the cliff as the blindfolded girl took a careful step forward. Her white cane tapped against nothing but air. Another step, and another. Just a few more feet. Her father's voice called gently. "You're doing great, sweetheart. Just keep going straight." She couldn't see the sheer drop just inches away, but someone else could. From the woods nearby, a girl sprinted, barefoot and out of breath, shouting, crying, "Stop, please stop. This is not just a story about cruelty. This is about friendship, class, and a girl who saved more than just a life that day. This is Lifelines." Lena Carver was born into luxury. Her father, Warren Carver, was a real estate mogul worth millions. Their estate sat on 100 acres of forest and cliffside miles away from the closest town. But while Lena had money, clothes, and a private tutor, she didn't have her sight. She lost it at age 6 from a rare illness. And ever since, her father had treated her more like a burden than a daughter. Sure, he built her a custom suite and paid for the best doctors, but rarely spent time with her and never truly saw her. By contrast, Kiara Daniels had nothing but heart. She was the daughter of the Carver family's housemaid. She grew up in the servant quarters, wore second-hand shoes, and had dreams that barely fit within her small bedroom. But none of that mattered to Lena. The moment they met, when Lena was 9 and Kiara was 10, something clicked. Kiara would describe the world to Lena with colors that felt like poetry. She would guide her through woods, across streams, and into secret spaces where they could dream freely. Lena would laugh and say, "When I'm with you, Kiara, I don't feel blind at all." But Mr. Carver didn't like their friendship. He thought Kiara was a distraction, and soon his bitterness would turn into something darker. It was a clear Saturday morning when Warren Carver invited Lena out for a special walk. He had never done that before. Kiara watched nervously from the kitchen as Mr. Carver packed something into his pocket and gently took his daughter's arm. He wore an odd smile, not warm, but controlled. They walked toward the cliffside trail, dangerous, jagged path with loose rocks and sudden drops. It was off-limits to all staff. Even Lena had only been near it once with Kiara guiding her carefully. But this time, Lena walked alone. Her father stopped a few feet from the edge. "Sweetheart," he said smoothly, "I want to test something. You always say you trust me, right?" Lena nodded. "Of course, Daddy." "Then show me," he said. "Just walk straight. I'm right here. I won't let anything happen to you." She hesitated. "But is it safe?" "Trust me," he said again, with that same cold smile. And so she walked step by step toward the abyss. Kiara had seen enough. Something in Mr. Carver's eyes, his posture, his words, they weren't right. Her heart pounded. She dropped the dish towel and ran out the back door, through the hedges, down the woodland trail toward the cliffs. She could hear Lena's cane tapping faintly in the distance. The wind whistled louder now. "Lena," Kiara screamed, branches slapping her face. "Stop, don't move." Lena paused, confused, her foot hovering inches from the cliff's edge. "Kiara," she called out. "I don't understand," Daddy said. Kiara burst through the brush, tackled her gently from behind, pulling her backward just as the dirt crumbled where her next step would have been. They fell onto the ground, breathing hard. Lena was trembling. What just happened?" Kiara clutched her, crying. "He was leading you off the edge, Lena. You were one step away from falling." From behind them, Mr. Carver stood frozen. He had no words, just anger in his eyes. "You were going to kill her," Kiara whispered. He didn't deny it, just turned and walked away. The truth came out faster than expected. Kiara told the household staff, and one of them, who had suspected Mr. Carver of abuse for years, reported the incident to Child Protective Services. An investigation began. Lena, heartbroken but brave, spoke to the authorities. I trusted him, she said quietly, but he never trusted me or loved me. News spread. Headlines read, Billionaire father, endangered blind daughter, saved by maid's daughter. Warren Carver was found mentally unstable and was removed from Lena's legal custody. He was later committed for psychological evaluation, and Lena, she was placed under the guardianship of her godmother. But she insisted Kiara come with her. Today, the two girls live together. Lena's surgeries, supported by public donations, have restored partial sight in one eye. She now advocates for children with disabilities and volunteers with underserved communities. Kiara earned a full scholarship sponsored by an anonymous donor and plans to become a civil rights attorney. When asked what she remembers most from that day on the cliff, Lena always says, even when I couldn't see the truth, Kiara did. She was my eyes and my heart. What are your thoughts on this story? Comment and subscribe. Lifelines.